Hello YouTubers. This is a video that I'm making for my wife that she'll be able to access using her smartphone wherever she's at, so that when I'm away from camp she'll be able to light or relight the hot water heater on our camper or operate the generator if need be. Okay, I got the tripod set up so I got both hands free here. To access the hot water heater, you simply flip this tab up and then turn it clockwise or counterclockwise. Line it up with the slot, then it opens. To reclose the door, you want to make sure this is sticking straight out so it goes through the slot. Now it's spring loaded, so you'll have to pull out and turn it to re-secure the door. So that's how that works. So starting from scratch, the heater would be off. There's a notch here. I've marked it with a black marker so it's more obvious. It's kind of hard to see. So there's a black marker. This is off. Now to light it, we need to light the pilot light first. It's a safety feature. And we'll turn this to pilot. The only thing is, this notch, when you line it right up with the black notch, the button doesn't quite line up. So I've made a black mark where it needs to be so you can operate the pilot light button. So you'll need to get the pilot light lit before you can turn this all the way to on. And like I said, that's a safety feature, because if your pilot light's not lit, then the trailer will fill up with gas and cause an explosive atmosphere. So this is a thermocoupler. It has to be hot. It tells the main gas valve it's okay to be on so the heater can operate. Alright, going back to the beginning, the valve will be off. You'll turn the valve until it says pilot and the black marks are lined up. That will allow you to press down the pilot light button, which you'll need to hold down while lighting the pilot. So it's hard to see, but there's a little blue flame burning just below the thermocoupler. You have to hold this down for about 30 seconds or so. The pilot light will heat the thermocoupler. Once it's up to temperature, it lets the main valve know it's okay to stay lit and supply gas to the heater. Today I just got some matches. Those lawn extended lighters work better. So after holding it down for a while and the thermocoupler heats up, you can release the red button. If the pilot light goes out, then you'll need to relight it, holding the red button down, and wait longer. It stayed lit, so now I can move the valve to the on position. And now the main burner is burning. So then you would close it up. So it's going. I'm going to turn it off for now. You just turn the knob all the way to off. So now let's imagine that the wind blew out the pilot light. You don't have any hot water. You would come out here. It would be on, but there would be no pilot light lit. So you would just turn the valve back to pilot, lining up the notches, hold the button down, relight the pilot. Once it's lit and stays lit, then move the gas valve back to on. So at the end of the camping trip, turn this all the way to off, close it up, and if all else fails, the instructions are printed right here. So that's how that works. Valve's off. I'm going to close it up. Okay, now the generator. The generator's pretty simple to operate. As long as you have fuel. First thing is you have to turn the vent on, the gas tank. There is an off and on marking here. The vent is off. To vent the gas tank, you just turn the switch and line up the notch to on. So now the gas is vented. If it's really cold, you want to turn the choke all the way on, full on. If it's warm weather, you could probably get away with just half choke. But in any case, you need to choke the engine. I'm going to use half choke because I'm here in Petaluma now. It's not too cold. Turn the engine control from off to on, and then pull the cord. I'm going to choke it some more. Now as it warms up, you'll take the choke off. So half choke. We'll wait a little longer. Now the choke is fully off. Plug in the trailer. And that's it. To turn it off, switch it off. Now the manual says allow it to cool down before closing the vent. And the reason why is if the engine's still hot and you close the vent right away, the heat from the engine will heat up the gas tank and it won't be vented, so there'll be nowhere for the pressure to go, and you'll pressurize the gas tank, which we don't want to do. So you leave the vent on for about a half hour, let the engine cool down, and then you can turn off the vent. If you're in a dry area, it probably doesn't matter. But maybe on the coast where it's moist, you'd want to turn this vent, you'd want to close it at night. So just to recap, turn the vent on, turn your engine control on, turn the choke on. You'll pull start. Once it starts, you wait about 30 seconds, let it warm up, and then start taking the choke off. You'll know if you took the choke off too soon because the engine will die. If it dies, put the choke back on, restart, let it warm up, wait a little longer, and then take the choke off. Also, don't have a bunch of things plugged in or turned on when you first start the generator because you'll put a load on it right away. You want it to warm up first. So this can be plugged in, but inside the trailer don't have curling irons, things like that plugged into the wall sockets. They can be plugged in but not turned on. So you want to warm this up first, have the choke off, and then turn the things on in the trailer. And when you're done, again, you just turn it off, let it cool down, and close the vent. That's it.